Okay, guys, the mayor of New York just released this video today being tax day. Let's watch this.
When I ran for mayor, I said I was going to tax the rich. Well, today, we're taxing the rich. I'm thrilled to announce we've secured a pied-à-terre tax, the first in New York's history. This is an annual fee on luxury properties worth more than $5 million, whose owners do not live full-time in the city. Like for this penthouse, which hedge fund CEO Ken Griffin bought for $238 million. This pied-à-terre tax is specifically designed for the richest of the rich, those who store their wealth in New York City real estate, but who don't actually live here. But even so, they're able to reap the huge financial rewards of owning property in, dare I say, the greatest city in the world. And most of the time, these units are sitting empty, since again, they don't actually live here. This is a fundamentally unfair system that hurts working New Yorkers. Now, it's coming to an end. This tax will raise at least $500 million directly for the city. It'll help fund things like free childcare, cleaner streets, and safer neighborhoods. As mayor, I believe everyone has a role to play in contributing to our city, and some a little bit more than others. Happy Tax Day, New York.
Taxing empty luxury apartment worth more than $5 million. What do you guys think about that? Is that okay? As for me, on my own opinion, that was okay, because if the apartment was cheap and average for normal New York citizens, they would have lived there and it wouldn't be empty, because there are so many homeless people in New York right now. So why putting an apartment that expensive? So if they can tax, like he said, like the mayor said, that if they tax this luxury empty apartment worth more than $5 million, they are going to gain up to about $500 million, which will help New York in so many ways, like healthcare and free assistance for people. So I feel what the mayor is doing is okay, and I'm in support of that, because nurses are heavily taxed more than some billionaires in New York. So it's better they tax these empty luxury apartments. Kudos to the new mayor. On my opinion, our new mayor, his goal is about taxing the rich. Taxing the rich, that is his goal. Because taxing the rich, using that money for welfare, healthcare, opening more school, putting New York in a greater height, guys. This is one of the best mayor I've ever seen in New York since I was born, and I love what he's doing. Thank you, guys. I love you. I hope you guys is fully support him and all he's doing.
Recently, I actually had a New Yorker turn to me and self-identify as someone who would be taxed by this proposal. They said, I'm a millionaire, and is it true that you want to raise taxes on me? And I said, it is true. And they said, well, I would leave. I said, I don't think you would. They said, why not? I said, because we're looking to raise income taxes on the top 1% by 2%. So for $1 million a year, that's an increase of $20,000 in taxes. And when I told them the amount, they realized that it wasn't enough to actually make them change where they would consider their residence. I think what we've seen for far too long is the city hasn't even advocated for itself when it comes to Albany. And what we are going to do is exhaust every option to make it clear that the time has come to reset the relationship between the city, its wealthiest residents, its most profitable corporations, and with Albany. And I believe that together we can get there.
The criticism of Mayor Adams for the first 3 years in office was actually that he was too conservative in his estimates of what the revenue would end up being, and then the tax receipts from high earners and from Wall Street bonuses would come in hundreds of millions of dollars over what they had originally anticipated, and that his conservatism was used the first 3 years, not this most recent year, to justify spending cuts or austerity. Are you being conservative right now in your estimates of what the Wall Street revenue is going to be? We saw the state have a banner year, $17 billion more than they thought they would get. Are you assuming that the Wall Street bonuses are going to go down?
We are encouraged by what we are hearing around Wall Street bonuses as well as by increased revenue. However, the scale of this deficit of $12 billion is such that it will not be covered no matter what that news is. And so while we appreciate it, while it will be helpful, it will still require structural solutions to ensure that we are back on a firm fiscal